As we enter into a new year, there is a lot of uncertainty regarding cryptocurrency. We don't know what the price will be. We don't know what laws and regulations will change. But there is one thing I can guarantee you for absolute certain. There will be lots of hardworking, highly motivated, intelligent people working nonstop to do their absolute best and steal your cryptocurrency. And I know that's not the assurance that you wanted to hear, and I don't want you to get your funds lost either. So in today's video, we're going to cover some of the most common cryptocurrency scams that I've seen over my several years in cryptocurrency. Hey everyone, and welcome. This is the Part-Time Economist. And first off, I'd like to welcome you to the new year. But on top of that, I'd like to jump into talking about some of the most common cryptocurrency scams that I've seen during my years in cryptocurrency. And I want to say that this is simply my experience, my personal opinion. It is not financial advice, but I do think it's important to know that scams are very prevalent in the cryptocurrency world. And we'll talk a little bit about why there are so many scams in crypto, but I want to start this video off by talking about the scams themselves, showing you how they work, what they do, and perhaps why people tend to fall for them. So first off, the thing I want to say with cryptocurrency scams is it's kind of a double-edged sword, because you get all the regular financial scams. So you get the Nigerian prince, the stranded millionaire, right? And this one is actually something that I think really interesting, right? So a stranded millionaire says like, hey, I'm on this $1 million yacht and my yacht broke down and I didn't bring my wallet, so send me $1,000. I'll fix my yacht. Then when I get back to my castle, I'll send you reimbursement, right? It follows these crazy things and you're like, how could people ever fall for this? But unfortunately, they do. So you've got all of those traditional financial scams, but you've also got some that are endemic or specific to cryptocurrency. So I like to say there's all the regular scams, but wait, there's more, because we've also got rug pulls, pump and dumps, we've got doubling schemes, and then fake mining, fake DeFi, fake wallets, all of those things, which I will get into. So first off, pump and dump, I want to cover it first because this is one that may or may not be a scam, right? So I think it's important in cryptocurrency. A lot of times, anytime we see something that, we don't agree with, or we don't understand why a project has such a high valuation, people are quick to say, it's a scam, it's a scam. But in reality, people are going to be excited about cryptocurrency projects, right? If they believe in a project, they're going to be talking about it. They're going to be trying to convince other people to come on board. So just because a project has a high price or something like that doesn't necessarily mean it's a scam. A pump and dump, again, so some people might consider a pump and dump to be a pump and dump, and other people might say, hey, this is a fair valuation for the project and its potential. But in general, a pump and dump is when a cryptocurrency is hyped up beyond all reasonable expectation, right? And the key here is that there's a little bit kind of like playing hot potato, right? You want to be the last person holding the hot potato before someone drops it, right? So the idea with a pump and dump is that the price of the cryptocurrency is driven sky high, and then you sell out, you run away while everyone else is holding this coin that is now worth less. Here's why it's so prevalent in cryptocurrency, because unlike launching an IPO or registering a new security with the SEC, right? That takes time, that takes money, that takes all of these things. With cryptocurrency, I can go onto Bitcoin Cash and create my own cryptocurrency for less than $1 in less than 10 minutes, right? I actually made a video showing people how to create their own cryptocurrency once. And in and of itself, creating your own cryptocurrency is fun, but the idea here is that with a pump and dump, I can create a cryptocurrency for basically nothing. Then I go to people, influencers, crypto YouTubers, and say, hey, promote my cryptocurrency. I'll give you 5,000 ROB tokens. And they're thinking, okay, this is cool. I'll get these 5,000 ROB tokens. I'll talk about this cryptocurrency. And what happens is, as I get more people to talk about this cryptocurrency, the price starts going up. People start buying into it. And it's kind of a self-fulfilling loop, right? I see the price going up, and then I see all these influencers talking about it, and I say, hey, it has to be legitimate. Here's the thing, though. I'm just paying people with a worthless cryptocurrency, right? So when I create the ROB token, it costs me 5-10 cents to create it. I pay these influencers off, and if the price goes up, that's awesome. I can sell my cryptocurrency. The influencers, they can sell the cryptocurrency, but if the price crashes, I'm really not out anything, maybe 5 or 10 cents, depending on what blockchain I'm using to create my cryptocurrency, because there's really not a whole lot of risk from the monetary perspective. So pump and dump, that's one of the reasons why it's so common. You can see this in a lot of different variations. some of these are legitimate projects that are just driven way up beyond their, what some people would call natural price level. So with that being said, pump and dumps are kind of tricky because you don't really know, is this legitimate buzz and excitement, or is this kind of paid buzz and excitement? So that's why it's kind of a judgment call with pump and dumps. Now, whereas pump and dumps can kind of be in that gray area between legitimate business and a scam, one thing that's kind of similar, but clearly a fraud, is a rug pull. Now, where's the pump and dump? We were talking about, it could be legitimate excitement, it could just be overhyped, or there could be kind of an underlying conspiracy to drive the price up. With a rug pull, the intent is very clear. This project is launched from the very beginning to make off with investors' funds and leave them holding worthless coins. So with a rug pull, we're going to come up with an elaborate project, right? And the more big names we can get on board, the more hype we can generate, the cooler graphics, the better white paper, the more we can promise people that this is going to be revolutionary and life-changing, the better. We want to sell a grand vision for this cryptocurrency, but we have no legitimate interest in actually completing this project. So we're going to hype it up, we're going to pump it up, and then we're just simply going to leave. So once that price starts rising, we're just going to pull our funds out and we're going to leave. So we're going to sell these coins to the public, we're going to make money off of them, or perhaps we're going to have them listed on an exchange, a decentralized exchange trading pair. Once we see them start going up, 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 we're going to sell our stash, and then the price is going to drop. So one example of this that happened just a few months ago was the Squid token, right? And it was not related to the game, it was completely just a scam. And they actually built in a clause into the smart contract of the cryptocurrency, if I remember correctly, where people couldn't even sell it. So they hyped this up. The people that bought the coin literally could not sell it. The developers, the team, were able to sell their coins at that inflated price potential, and everyone else just lost out. So rug pull, pump and dump, somewhat similar, but the rug pull is a little bit more nefarious and ill-intentioned. Although those are common in cryptocurrency, I think the one that actually gets the most notoriety, the most high profile, is the doubling scheme. Now, the doubling scheme is very dangerous because it is so believable. So with a doubling scheme, it works something like this. Someone will hack into the account of a high profile corporation or celebrity and basically say something like, hey, life has been really good to me. I've got a lot of good things. I've been blessed. I'm a winner at life and I've done so awesome. I want to give back to the community. Just as a way of doing this, if you send me 1 Bitcoin, I will send you 2 Bitcoins back, or 3 or 4, whatever the multiplier is. But it's very convincing for a number of reasons. Number one, they will typically hack into people or corporations that are well known to have a lot of money. And when they do this hack, you'll see the tweets, you'll see the messages coming from an official account, right? So as you see here in this screenshot, this is literally coming from a blue checkmark verified account. So people are initially thinking, okay, it's coming from an official source, it's probably, right, official. But on top of that, it also makes sense from a logical perspective. They're saying, hey, I know that Apple has tons of money. I know that they're a leader in tech. Or if Elon Musk, for example, let's say Elon Musk gets hacked, they're going to say, hey, I know Elon Musk is big on Bitcoin. I know he has a lot of money. I know he wants to see cryptocurrency get adopted. So yeah, it makes sense that he would do this kind of as a gesture of goodwill for the people that have faith and trust in him. Unfortunately, that is not the case. There is no Elon Musk giving you Bitcoin. There is no Apple giving you Bitcoin. It's a complete scam. Someone has simply hacked in. They've given you a wallet address and said, hey, send your crypto here. They have no intention of ever doubling that crypto for you. But unfortunately, a lot of people do fall for this. And we'll talk about why this is so bad, especially with regards to cryptocurrency, once we finish talking about the last scam, which is fake mining, fake wallets, and fake DeFi. And I kind of lump these all in together because they're somewhat similar. And that they're not necessarily always a scam, but they're not exactly what they seem either. So fake mining, when I first got started in cryptocurrency, there was a project that said you can mine cryptocurrency through your phone. And of course, I was just getting started. I didn't know a whole lot about cryptocurrency, but your phone, even if it's a high-end phone, is very underpowerful compared to specific cryptocurrency mining machines, right? So the amount of cryptocurrency that you could mine on your cell phone may or may not even break even with the electricity cost you would need to mine that cryptocurrency. So what they'll say is, hey, log into this website 5 times a day, or keep this open in your browser, you're going to be mining cryptocurrency. In reality, you're not always mining cryptocurrency. More than likely, they're just distributing a very small amount of a cryptocurrency, which might not even be a well-known coin with a lot of value. they're going to distribute that to you, not based on the actual mining from your cell phone, your CPU in your cell phone. They're doing that based on proportion of how many ads you've watched, how many times you've logged into your site. So you're really getting paid for watching ads. They're just kind of wrapping it up in this wrapper of, oh, you're mining cryptocurrency. Now, are you actually losing your own cold hard cash? Maybe not. But your phone's getting slower, you're looking at all these ads, you're perhaps getting spyware, spam, stuff like that on your phone. So it's something to definitely be careful and keep an eye out for. Number 2 is this idea of fake DeFi. And there's an example, not going to name any project names or anything like that, but this is something that I saw once that not necessarily a scam, but again, it's something that's not what it seems, right? So within cryptocurrency, we know you can lend out cryptocurrency, right? You can lend cryptocurrency, someone's going to repay you interest. We get that, we understand how that makes sense. But this was unique in that they said, everyone that wants to take part in this DeFi protocol, you're going to send your cryptocurrency to this wallet address and it's going to sit there. And whenever you pull out, you're charged a 5% fee that's distributed to all the other people. So people are saying, oh my goodness, this is awesome. I can make 10% APR or whatever. But what was really happening was there was no lending. There was no cryptocurrency getting lent out. The only way that you could make money is by having someone else pull their funds out earlier. So it wasn't pulling your funds, lending them out, and we can all win. Literally the only way that you could win and increase your cryptocurrency is if someone pulled out earlier and lost their money. So again, not an outright scam because they were pretty upfront about how the protocol worked, but again, not what a lot of people were thinking, right? So sometimes something that's not necessarily a scam or a fraud still isn't what it seems, and it's something to look out for. Lastly, fake wallets. So when you create a cryptocurrency wallet, you are assigned a public and a private key, and these are basically your way of accessing your funds on the blockchain. When you do this with a legitimate cryptocurrency wallet, you are generating a unique key that no one else in the entire world has ever had, so that is completely your key. However, when you use one of these fake wallets, it may say it's generating a key, but in reality, it's giving you a key that someone else has already generated, right? It's like if I was giving you an email address and I say, oh, I'm going to randomly generate this email address and password for you, but it's an email address and password that I already know. So you think that your funds are secure, you've written down your seed phrase, you're taking all these precautions, but I already have that public and private key. So whatever comes into your wallet is actually already in my wallet. So those are just kind of some of the scams that I've seen in cryptocurrency. Definitely not an exhaustive list, right? Scammers are always coming up with new ideas. But what I did want to do now is I wanted to go back through all of these and say, why are these so common in cryptocurrency? Why does cryptocurrency have kind of this, aura of being a scammy investment, right? And again, not financial advice, but I think there are a couple things why cryptocurrency lends itself to certain scams that may not be common in the traditional financial industry. Number 1, the pump and dump, right? Like I said, it costs virtually nothing to create your own cryptocurrency. Even if you're creating on Ethereum or something like that, where you have to spend several $100s maybe in gas, compared to the process of hiring lawyers and launching an IPO and doing a prospectus and all of these things for a traditional stock, a few $100s maybe isn't that much on cryptocurrency, right? So you can create a cryptocurrency for virtually nothing. You can pay influencers out of that cryptocurrency. So again, something that's not really possible in the traditional financial world, because you would be having to pay, you could still pay off influencers, but you would be having to pay them in real dollars, right? Things that would be costing you more and making you take on a little bit of a risk to run your pump and dump scheme. With the rug pull, kind of the same thing in that we can create the cryptocurrency for virtually nothing, but because these cryptocurrencies are trading on decentralized exchanges, it's very hard to identify the person behind the scam. Now, yes, cryptocurrencies are not completely private. It is possible to track cryptocurrencies. However, it is very expensive. It is very time consuming to do this, right? So if you're a small level scammer, the possibility of this actually happening may be something that you say, you know what, I'm willing to take this risk, right? Obviously, it's going to be a lot different if you're trying to launch a traditional business, a traditional stock, something like that, where you are registered, where you have submitted your identity documents, where you've been basically KYC'd, everything like that. So even though cryptocurrency is not completely private, it's still much more private, depending on how you implement it, and can be seen as a safer way of scamming for some of these individuals. The doubling scheme, again, why is this so prevalent in cryptocurrency? because cryptocurrency transactions are irreversible, right? So let's suppose instead someone hacked into Apple and they said, hey, send money to this bank account, right? Get on your bank, send a wire. Well, the first thing I would do when I know that I've been scammed, I would be on the line with my bank saying, hey, cancel this wire, do not process this wire, do not do anything with this wire. And then on top of that, the receiving bank, the receiving institution, we would know whose account that is, right? So there would be more accountability and there would also be reversibility. With cryptocurrency, transactions on the blockchain are basically irreversible, right? So once I send that cryptocurrency, it is gone. I am not getting that back, right? The courts could come down and say, yeah, you're a fraud, you're illegitimate, and demand to give the money back to me. But in reality, the way that the blockchain works, those funds are gone. They can't simply issue a court order for those funds to come back to me. And then lastly, the fake mining, fake wallet, fake DeFi. I think this comes down to education. Cryptocurrency is a relatively new investment. We've had stocks, we've had bonds, even mutual funds and things like that for years and years and years. With cryptocurrency, it's so new so that people that are new to the space might not understand all of what's going on. It's a lot to understand and a lot to wrap their heads around, so it's really easy to see something that looks kind of legitimate and assume that, well, I don't understand all of it, but that's probably just my experience, right? So it's always good to, I don't want to say second guess, but it's always good to do your independent research, get multiple opinions. Don't just trust any one source within the cryptocurrency community. So that actually leads me to the takeaway and conclusion of this video. Within the cryptocurrency world, there are lots and lots of scams, right? Obviously, I have not covered all of them. There's countless others that you could think of, but I've tried to focus on the ones that I've seen the most, as well as the ones that are kind of the most high profile, most dangerous. So within cryptocurrency, you've got lots of scams. It's best to take care to protect yourself. How would you protect yourself? Obviously not financial advice, but I would recommend always doing your own research, making sure that you truly understand a project that you are investing into, and then listening to other people's opinions, right? So don't just listen to one person or one influencer. Sometimes it's better to have multiple kind of cryptocurrency authorities or gurus that you listen to and then compare. What's this person saying? What's this person saying? Another thing, is it out of character, right? So if someone is always saying, hey, stay away from DeFi, stay away from DeFi, stay away from DeFi, and then they say, oh, you can't miss this DeFi protocol, you got to hop in now, maybe give it a second thought. Also, timing, right? So if someone comes in and say, hey, you've got to do it now, you're going to miss it out if you don't do it now. That is another thing to be kind of concerned about because, again, cryptocurrency, it does move fast, and that's perhaps why these scams are so common, because people know cryptocurrency moves fast. But remember, you always want to take your time to do your own research, slow down, and make sure you're making the right decisions. So, as always, I'd like to thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.